So I don't know if you knew this, Sean, but the word courage, so the root word, the Latin word cor, means heart.
You have told me that before, yeah.
Okay, so what's crazy about that is, don't you always think like courage comes from, I don't know what I think, like thinking your way through it, right? Being strong that way. And then we think of the heart as really tender, right? The heart is that thing that breaks, because it does. It's that thing that feels sad. It's that thing that has emotion. But courage really comes from the heart.
Yeah, I mean, I think I think a lot of people understand that, like a reference to boxing, for example, an old thing that they used to say when a guy was just getting dog walked in the ring, just beat up, and he just kept coming back round after round. They'd say that guy's got a lot of heart. That was always the. So I think people understand that concept that he's not making an active decision. I'm going to go in there and be tough. There's just something.
There's something inside of you.
Yeah.
But maybe we think it's our gut or down here. We don't think of it like the heart, because we think, oh, the heart's the tender side of us, But really, heart. You're right. Heart. Okay, think about like Braveheart. Right? It really does come from the heart. And so if that's true and that's the case, then we can't say that our hearts aren't built for it. Because I don't think God would allow us to go through anything if we didn't have the heart for it.
Yeah, I guess it's just a matter of whether you choose to accept that you can handle it or not. There's a lot of that. A lot of people will go through those kinds of things and think, I can't do this. And the more you tell yourself that, the more real it becomes.
Yeah, totally mindset. So we talked about mindset actually a few episodes ago. You should go back and listen to mindset.
Actually, to add on to that, you kind of don't really have a choice. When people say, I can't do this, you're doing it. I mean, the world is happening around you regardless of whether you want it to or not.
Yeah, okay, so I interviewed April, who's also in this book, and April had aggressive breast cancer 10 years ago. Thank God she's in great place right now. But she kind of had that same thing, like, okay, it's game on. Like you just said, you don't have a choice. But I do think you have a choice. Maybe you don't have a choice going through it, but you have a choice how you're going to come out the other end.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact movie or the context of it, but it's a line that I always remembered where a person says, if I go out, I'm going out effing screaming. He says, I'm not just going to lie down and get, stuffed in a barrel and disappear. I'm going out. I'm roaring like a lion.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, but I think then this is kind of at the core of this whole book too. Speaking of courage, I think too many people think they're not courageous. They're not the brave kind of person.
Everyone's capable of courage, in my opinion.
Right. But so they look at someone like you, you're a really big, strong person. So of course you're not really afraid because you're big and strong, but you're afraid of other things.
They're also wrong about that too. I've been in physical confrontation situations where I was scared and I just, had to do the right thing and I faced it regardless. I'm not fearless just because I'm big. I can get hurt too. Bullets hurt everyone.
That's a very good point. We know that for sure. So that's definitely such a great part of what we're talking about here too, but with the heart. So I know you've heard me say this before with Jamie in particular, everything that I went through with her, I feel like, I know it sounds crazy to people, because if we sat and talked about all the stuff just in her addiction, forget the fact that she was shot when she was 18 and almost died, and forget the fact she was murdered, just even in her addiction.
Okay.
That was hell.
Yeah.
Okay. It was just absolute hell. That's why I call it the roller coaster from hell. But you know what? I would do it again. I don't know what that says about me, but I feel like even knowing what I know and all the stuff I'd have to go through and all the heartbreak and all the just horrible stuff the beast did and all of the, this murder trial we're facing, like all of it, I would do it again just for the honor of being Jamie's mom. And maybe that sounds contrite, like, oh, well, because you're past it now. No, I'm in heartbreak forever. But I feel like I would do it again, and I could do it again.
Yeah,